and welcome to a very special edition of previously unseen clips from Series 15 of Would I Lie to You? Joining Lee Mack tonight, Bob Mortimer, Lady Leisha, Alan Titchmarsh, Angelica Bell, John Cooper Clarke, Ardal O'Hanlon, Sarah Millican and Young Philly. And joining David Mitchell tonight, Holly Willoughby, Suggs, Philippa Perry, Chris McCausland, Judy Love, Jim Broadbent, Rose Matafeo, Giles Brandreth and Lou Sanders. So to round one, Home Truths, where our panellists read out a statement from the card in front of them. Now, to make things harder, they've never seen the card before, they have no idea what they'll be faced with, and it's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. And we start with Angelica.
OK. Believe it or not, my dog is called Suggs.
Oh, drop me out.
Right. David's team, including Suggs.
Why have you called your dog Suggs?
Nothing to do with Suggs, but we like the name.
So it's nothing to do with Suggs, the only person we're aware of called
Nobody
Suggs.
else in the world. I've never encountered another Suggs in my lifetime. Because you're Graham, really, aren't you?
My name's Graham McPherson, but I was going to use up far too much spray paint, you know. They might have an idea who wrote it and all. I just picked a name out of an encyclopedia of jazz musicians that my mum had. And I just thought that sounds unusual. But it kind of worked out because you think, like, you know, having a one-name word beginning with S, you've got Sting, you've got Seal, you've got Sade, Shostakovich. Can't think of any others.
Yeah. Whose idea in the family was it to call the dog Suggs?
We didn't initially call the dog Suggs. It was Sugar, and things just evolved.
Actually, when I was a kid, we had a dog called Sugar, genuinely, and it jumped in the lake, and we never saw him again.
You shouldn't have stirred the lake.
It was a very hot day as well, which didn't help.
And just to be clear, the choosing of the name then had nothing to do...
The choosing of the name had nothing to do...
It's a coincidence that you happened to be on the same show.
Exactly. They changed my dates, actually. Probably so it could...
Right.
What sort of dog is it?
Alsatian. But the reason why we got that breed was because when I was little, my mum had one. And so I was born and the dog was jealous. And so that my mum got rid of the dog.
Oh, you're lucky. It was the other way around with my family.
And is Suggs a nice dog?
Suggs is lovely.
Would Suggs eat a child?
No, and a lot of
Not
it's
a whole one.
Not a whole one.
You know, they show clips of the show as trailers. It'd be great if they just showed that bit of David next to Suggs going, do you think Suggs would eat a child? John, it's this Friday night, what? Wow!
What's the most adorable thing that Suggs does?
Licks his own bottom.
There's your trailer.
David, what are you thinking?
Goodness. It's a mad coincidence.
You think it's true?
It is a mad coincidence. It is a mad coincidence. The sugar thing, Sugar, Suggs.
Do you believe it?
I'm with truth, yeah.
Yeah, I think
so.
we believe it.
OK, Angelica, is it true or is it a lie?
It is a lie.
It's a lie. Angelica doesn't have a dog called Suggs.
What was particularly fiendish was when you said that they'd moved the date. Because I thought, oh, yes, of course they might have. And that got into my brain.
I was worried at one point, thinking it was the only reason they booked you.
Please.
I once accidentally swallowed a party hooter and for 5 alarming minutes honked every time I breathed.
David's team.
When did this happen?
About minutes ago.
What kind of party was it?
It was a child's party, and yeah, it was a child's party.
Were you a child or were you the entertainer?
Yeah, I used to be a child. I'm not like David. I used to be a child.
And how old were you?
I was about 8 or 9.
And can you describe the hooter?
Well,
And how you swallowed it?
you know and it rolls out. Well, I pulled that off the paper, and I realised it still made the noise without the thing. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Still make the noise. You don't need that bit of paper. I know.
And so you've got a little squeaky stub.
Let's call it a hooter.
Yeah.
And when did the swallowing happen and how?
Well, the swallowing happened probably about 10 minutes into the party when I made the fatal error with a party blower, and instead of blowing, I sucked. I went, look, and it's gone to the back of the throat.
Yeah.
I panic.
Yeah.
And swallow.
Ah.
How was it removed?
Did you have to poo it out?
Well, I did, actually, and the noise was incredible. No, it got wedged in the back of my throat, and obviously now I can't breathe and I'm panicking. But wait, I can breathe. I simply have to breathe through it. And that's when the donkey fell in love with me. And we've been married ever since, thank you.
Well, how was it removed then? How did you get it out?
Well, have you seen the board game Operation? It was similar to that. My mum put a red nose on me and stuck a light bulb on my head. And when they tried to remove it, I went, the red light went on, and they were out. No, they tried different things. I was still breathing, obviously. Every breath was a small trumpet.
Yeah.
Every breath in could have been my last. Silence. Oh, thank God. And it was very tense. And at this point, I slightly regretted not having the paper still on, because I thought that would have looked great, especially if a flyer had gone past at the same time and I'd got it in. People would go, did you see that? That was amazing!
So what are you thinking? Lou?
No, I'd be very surprised if that's true.
What about you, Giles?
It's a farrago of fantasy.
OK.
We think it's a lie.
You do think it's a lie, don't you? Lee, was it true or was it, as they think, a lie?
It was, in fact, a lie.
It's a lie. Lee didn't swallow a party hooter. Philippa, you're next.
To get to the very core of someone's personality, I always ask myself one simple question. Are they a Tom or a Jerry?
These two.
So are we talking cat or mouse?
Well, what I'm really talking about is, are they a persecutor type or a victim type?
So, can you go round with us lot and tell us what we are?
You're a Tom.
Just
a
to
Jerry.
just to be clear, persecutor.
Persecutor.
Yes.
Victim.
Rob?
Persecutor, so that would make you a Tom.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you see,
Always trying
Rob
to get
likes to think of
points.
himself as a Jerry. A nice Jerry enjoying the cruise. Look at Jerry's having a nice holiday. Everyone sympathise for Jerry, but no, it's Tom taking the advertising money. Horrible.
Pushing people over the side.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's unfortunate because neither of your categories come out very well, do they? They're neither of them are nice.
Well, you see...
But Jerry's nicer than a Tom.
No, he's not. You're identifying with the victim.
What about you, Philippa?
Tom.
What about Grayson?
Oh, he's Jerry.
Is he?
Are you saying that within a typical partnership, two people, sometimes three, it can be fun, within a typical partnership, is there always going to be a Tom and a Jerry? Or can you have two Toms together?
You can have two Toms together. You can have two Jerrys together. And sometimes you're Tom, but from the Jerry position.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's when
I've got the Kama Sutra as well.
What is Tom? That's what... So that's a Jerry being passive-aggressive?
It's a Jerry persecuting from the victim position.
Well, that's what Jerry does, isn't it? Because Jerry is quite, you know, I mean, I'm not talking...
He fights back, doesn't he,
Yeah,
Jerry?
absolutely. He taunts Tom in some ways.
Look at you, very proud of Jerry all of a sudden.
Yeah, no, I think Jerry's actually full of ideas.
Very resourceful.
Yeah, absolutely. Whereas Tom's just got one idea and he keeps bashing at it.
Yeah, Tom feels good by making other people feel bad.
Yeah.
Shut your face.
Alicia, what are you thinking? Did she make all that up?
I think that she's telling the truth. It makes a lot of sense.
What do you think, Alan?
It's a very interesting theory, but I don't think it's one that Philippa would espouse. I think it's false.
A lie, please. Get the format.
A
right.
lie, sorry.
You know, when people come up to you and say, oh, it's a hydrangea, and you go, no, it's not. Use the Latin word. You know.
Hydrangea.
Hydrangea.
Latin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm going to have to say lie.
Philippa? Was it true or was it a lie?
It is, of course, a lie!
It's a lie. Philippa does not divide people into Toms and Jerrys. It's Philly.
I once rode a moped straight off a cliff. Why is that funny?
Wow. I can imagine it.
True.
What are the circumstances?
In Thailand.
Yeah?
They don't have, like, if we was to have a mountain in London, which we don't, I don't think, we would have, like, a silver, like, railing to say, like, this is the drop.
Yeah.
Thailand don't have that. I'm doing, like, a stupid speed, my fault as well a little bit, but it's dark and they don't have, like, street lights on the roads.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was just going fast and then...
And how far did you fall?
I think I was falling for, like, 5 seconds until I landed.
5 seconds?
That's a long way. And to make the story even worse, when I was going down the road, I remember pressing the brakes. I don't know if you've ever rode bikes, but naturally, when I was young and used to ride a bike, you jump off the bike like that.
Just say it's weird that you've got up because that looks like a bike.
So you tried to jump off in midair?
No, see, I've got to explain it better. I scraped along the floor first, like on the concrete, and then fell down.
Are you trying to slow down at that point?
Bro, I was trying to stop with my knees. But I'm just trying to use my instinct.
Yeah.
It's funny how you could laugh, but at the time it weren't.
I found it funnier before I knew that your knees were being abraded to bits.
Yeah, no, I'm all right now. Look, we can bend them.
Did you have to go to hospital?
Yeah, of course. Oh, my God.
Yeah?
What?
I forgot.
Have you left the gas on?
No.
What's happened?
So, but listen to this. So, someone's called the ambulance.
Yeah.
No joke. The doctor come in an Arsenal top and flip-flops. Don't look like a doctor. So I'm in the car and I'm panicking already. I'm like, oh my gosh, like.
But your problem wasn't with Arsenal per se.
No,
it was merely that it's not professional attire.
It's not professional, and I'm thinking I'm about to die. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what are you going to say?
Well, I've questioned the length of falling and that sort of thing, but that might have been how it felt.
Yeah.
But the flip-flop and the Arsenal top is a hell of a vivid detail to have invented. So, shall we go true? We'll go true.
Saying true.
Yeah.
OK, Philly, was it true or was it a lie?
It is true.
It's true. Philly once rode a moped off a cliff. Next, Ardle.
Right. Sometimes, when life gets a little too much, I like to lie on the floor and imagine how much simpler things would be if only I was a worm.
Right. David's team.
Oh, so how does that help?
Well, I honestly can't think of anything better than wriggling around on the floor.
Right.
It's very relaxing.
Yeah.
Whatever's eating away at you.
Say a blackbird.
Worms generally have an important role in biodiversity. That's not the reason I sometimes role play, if you want to use that
What is the
description.
reason you sometimes role play?
When I'm stressed. I would be doing it straight after this show.
So that's the next time you'll be doing it. What was the last time you did it?
Just before the show.
No, I would have done it about 3 weeks ago, shortly after I was arrested.
What were you arrested for?
It was a case of mistaken identity.
Right.
I was arrested for shoplifting, but I hadn't shoplifted.
Oh, right.
I quickly explained the misunderstanding, and I went home.
Yeah.
And I
Emptied my pocket.
closed the curtains. And I went into my... This probably sounds a little far-fetched. I have a room that I do this in.
Yeah.
With very soft furnishings.
A wormery.
You could call it that. I put on the it's kind of like a windsock.
Right.
Don't push it, son.
Sorry, yes. You put on a windsock.
It's kind of it's ribbed.
If anything, it's just got worse.
Look, each to their own. It's something I wouldn't tell very many people this.
No.
I kind of feel it won't go any further. So.
Is anyone else allowed in the worm room?
My wife is allowed in, but only to put me in the clean.
You need help to get into the worm suit.
Yeah.
You get the worm suit, you put it on.
Yes.
Well, what happens then?
Well, what happens then is she turns out the lights. I just roll around for a little while, and until my wife decides that's enough of that, and then.
Would you be willing to recreate the moment for us?
To be honest with you, if you hadn't asked me to do that, there was a good chance I was going to do it anyway. Because it's when I'm feeling like this, when my face starts to flush and when I get sweaty, that's my first instinct.
We'd love to see it.
All right. Yeah.
In you come. So you look quite happy at the moment. I must say, you're grinning.
Oh, I feel better already. I feel so much better now.
Oh. So you're already in the costume?
No, I would sit like this. My wife would come in, and she'd just help me on with the kind of body stocking, if you like.
Yeah. The windsock.
Yeah, the windsock.
Yeah.
We have different names for it. And then once I'm in position, I would just.
Oh,
I mean, you could probably imagine this for yourself. I probably don't really have to do this.
Yeah.
It's almost fetal.
So there'd be a little bit of sort of wiggling around.
Yes. Yes. What is your wife doing now? Is she sobbing quietly?
She's getting into her bird costume. Well, it'll be that type of thing, and then
that's very special. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're very welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Wow. What do you think, Jim?
Sounds good, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, it does. Rose.
True. I mean, true. True?
I'd go more true than true. What do you think?
I think lie.
It's been quite a moving segment for me, and I might try and be a worm. Yeah. But I think it's a lie.
Ardle, was it the truth or was it a lie?
Of course it's a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. Ardle doesn't lie on the floor and imagine he's a worm. Next, it's John.
I hate the sea so much. If ever I'm forced to go to the beach, I sit with my back to it.
David Steve.
Why do you hate the sea so much, John?
It's never been a friend to me. It makes people sick.
Yeah. Not just to look at it.
And I can't swim.
So you're afraid that if you look at it, you'll drown?
All I'm saying is it'll kill you when it's ready.
How do you feel about looking at the sky, John? Does the sky terrify you every time you gaze at it?
Well, I'm susceptible to the laws of gravity. So it's not something I'm going to fall into.
I see. Where do you like to go on holiday?
I like everything about the seaside other than the sea. It's a shame you don't get all that nice Art Deco seafront architecture so much in the hinterland.
So you happily go to the seaside on holiday,
but
you
I like all the things
avert your
around it.
eyes.
What would you be wearing during this? You wouldn't be dressed.
Smart casual. with a nautical sort of flavour.
Oh, so you adopt a nautical form of dress,
I've got
you
the
fear.
Strip. I've got the strip for most events in life, and the stuff I wear at the yacht club near where I live. Actually.
Chris, what do you think about this?
It doesn't stack up for me.
OK, what do you think?
I think he doesn't like it, but I don't think he sits at the back.
I think he might love it.
Yeah.
I think he might. This is a total lie. It's impossible not to look at the sea. Okay. You look at the seaside, they've built mad buildings so that the maximum number of people have a view of it. We're obsessed with looking at it.
You're saying it's a lie?
I'm saying it's a lie.
OK, John, was it true or was it a lie?
It was, in fact, a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. John doesn't sit with his back to the sea. Lou.
I once broke up with a boyfriend because he insisted on sleeping in a cupboard.
Oh, wow.
Leasing.
And when did you break up? When he came out of the closet? Why did he sleep in a cupboard?
Well, that's what I said to him.
And what did he say?
I think he felt it was comforting.
How long had you been with him?
About a week. I moved in after a week.
You moved in after a week?
Terrible idea. Why did you move in after only knowing him for a week?
I think the end of my tenancy was a factor. Like...
Was he a little man?
No.
No.
He was over 6 foot.
No.
Wow.
How big's his cupboard?
Cupboard was quite small, but he'd sort of get in a ball.
It's just a normal cupboard. And he'd curl up all fetal.
I'd say, good night, darling, and then he'd just get into a ball, roll himself into the cupboard.
What would he say to you when you said, "What the hell are you doing"?
Did he say it's Narnia business?
He's on a roll. He's on fire.
All right, well, what do you think?
My gut tells me she's lying.
Why?
Yeah.
Don't seem convincing to me.
I think it might be true.
We'll say it's true.
You can say it's true. OK, Lou, truth or lie?
Unfortunately, it's true.
It's Bob.
Oh, God. I've put a toaster on my bedside table, and the last thing I do at night is pop 2 slices of bread in it, ready for the morning.
Right, so you put the bread in the toaster, but you don't put the toast down.
No.
That would be crazy.
So in the
Unless you were using it as an alarm clock for a 3-minute nap.
So in the morning, do you wake naturally or do you have an alarm?
I have an alarm,
Yeah.
but I tend to wake up before the alarm goes off. It's one of the reasons I do it, because at the heart of it is to not wake other people up in the house.
Oh, right, OK.
What do you put on your toast in the morning? Have you got like some butter?
In the little cupboard there, I've got honey, I've got Marmite pots, I've got a good selection.
So in the morning, you wake up before the alarm. What do you do then?
I turn on my tea's made.
Right.
There we go. I don't think everyone knows what a tea's made. It's like it's where alarm clock meets kettle. It's a combination, and you set them the night before, and you wake up and the kettle's boiling.
Is a tea's made and the toaster on the same bedside table?
No,
as the alarm clock?
No, the tea's made is just tucked round the other side.
So you wake up, you reach round the bedside table onto the tea's made that's on the floor, is it?
And it's just there.
Why are you not just going downstairs to do it?
Because all my children, and there are a lot of them, sleep downstairs.
Their own call bucket. You have to step over them.
Why do they sleep downstairs?
Because that's where their bedrooms are. I'm not being facetious.
There's only space for you to sleep upstairs, but downstairs there's a great breadth.
Great breadth for all these children.
Yeah.
Now, what about eating the toast?
We haven't put the toast down yet. He's turned the switch on the tea's made by reaching round rather uncomfortably, so he doesn't have to get out of bed.
That's acting. You got.
Okay.
It's there.
You do, okay, done that.
Yeah.
What do you do then?
I sit on the bed.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
And cry.
So you're thinking, here we go, because it's 5 o'clock, whatever.
5 o'clock?
In the morning?
He doesn't want to wake the kids up. They're up in half an hour to clean the chimneys.
For someone who doesn't want to make noise, you've chose the noisiest breakfast to eat as well, munching on a bit of toast.
No, my wife's OK. It's just all these children.
You just can't. You just can't. As soon as if you were to go downstairs, as soon as you set foot on the lower floor, hundreds of children would wake up, and you'd never get to the kitchen through there because they'll be thronging.
Well,
all of them hungry.
David raises an interesting point. How many? You've said a lot of children. How many are down there?
I'm not willing to say.
Could you give us a ballpark?
Nope.
When do your children wake?
1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
So
the older ones.
You've woken up at 5 a.m. So you've got to kill sort of...
This is why it's
about
making me sad.
8 hours.
What do you do?
So
you sit looking at that toast for 8 hours. You can't make it last. Just nibbling at that.
Sometimes I don't even eat it, Suggs. I don't even bother.
Just sucks it so he doesn't wake his wife up.
There's no hurry, is there? I mean, you've got till 1 p.m.
Sitting there on the edge of the bed like that.
It's a bleak image in her bottom.
What time does the missus get up? She gets up. Does she sit there with you going...
It's a freaking prison, isn't it, really? To be honest.
It's awful. It's true. I don't want to play anymore.
I'm thinking if your kids don't wake up till 1, what are you having for lunch?
Yes, where's all the lunch stuff? In the wardrobe. A little gas stove and a tin of beans.
I take the panel off the side of the bath. A little can of gas.
Some spam.
Maybe make a corned beef hash in the front.
Right, what are you going to say?
I'm leaning towards that this is the truth.
You see the madness. This is how the madness takes you.
This is what he does. This is what he does. He plays with your mind.
And even if we're wrong, all we know is tomorrow we can wake up and go down to our kitchens, whereas he's got to wake up.
No.
We win a life.
You see, no, that's not true. Because if we say it's true and we're wrong, yes, tomorrow we can go down to our kitchens and have a normal breakfast.
Yeah.
But so, it turns out, can he? He'll be skipping down the stairs laughing while his children, who have to get up 2 hours earlier than him, serve him breakfast. And he goes, you'll never believe what they believe. Those fools on the television. More bacon, child.
So Holly thinks it's true.
We have 2 things to choose between.
Yeah.
Let's assume we'll be wrong,
Yeah.
whatever we say. So
Yeah.
which would we prefer? To say it's true and we're wrong, or to say it's a lie and we're wrong? That's the choice. I think saying it's a lie and we're wrong is easier to live with than saying it's true and we're wrong.
I think it's true.
But you think it's true?
Yeah, I do.
So shall we go with true?
Oh, go on then, Dave.
OK,
God.
we're going to go with true, and this is... the future is...
Please be telling the truth.
Yeah. OK, we'll say
They're
true.
saying it's true. Bob, was it true?
8 hours in bed.
Or was it a lie?
Oh, God.
I was telling a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. Bob doesn't keep a toaster by his bed.
Oh, my God, Bob, you're...
That noise signals
it's the
time
end.
is up.
So soon.
Well, that's all we've time for on this special edition of Would I Lie to You. Thanks very much for watching. Good night.